Yo, what is going on, YouTube? I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Today, we're bringing you guys a wonderful, wonderful coaching video. It is for ADC. He's like a 1200 MMR ranked player. If you are lower than him, there's a lot you can learn. If you're higher than him, you're still going to be a lot to learn from this. It's a lot of fun. We set it up through the Metafy coaching, which is going to be in the description. 3 sessions. I think it's 20% or 30% discount, something like that. If you guys are interested in the coaching, the Metafy link is below, and enjoy.
My biggest issue is knowing when to rotate and when not to rotate.
It's if you have never really learned why or when to rotate, or like what means it's a good rotation, you're like never really going to know. And it's not something you can really learn just by playing the game, unless you have like 10,000 hours into the game. And then you can eventually see like, oh, when I rotate doing this, it ends up being a loss most of the time. When I rotate doing this, it ends up being a win. For solo, a big thing, a big like rotation just idea behind is almost always clear your wave before rotating. Just as a solo laner, that is like one of the biggest rules. You want to make sure that you're not losing a wave under tower before rotating. Sometimes that obviously means that the enemy solo, maybe you reset, the enemy solo is allowed to push out a wave and you have to go to get your wave. But that's just how it is. If you get out rotated, it's going to happen. Spam a little bit, enemy missing, enemy incoming. But almost always it's better to get your own wave than to risk a rotation, especially in ranked, because that guy rotates, you follow the rotation, you miss that wave, literally nothing happens, and now you lost that entire wave. He got the wave, and you're just behind an entire wave of farm. For carry, it's kind of the same thing. Prioritize your wave, prioritize your purples, alphas, stuff like that. And then if you do out clear, you can always look to rotate. It obviously changes, like if you do want to bring Smite to like the next level. Sometimes you're going to have to lose waves because your team needs you to defend a red bust or something like that. But in ranked, I think the biggest rule just needs to be always clear your own wave before rotating. And then go from
generally, definitely at this level of ranked, I don't think we're on that level of communication.
100%.
Like...
So Danza is a character. He is a solid laner, not great. He has a really good mid game. His late game is also pretty good. Really just kind of dependent on his support. If you have a good 2v2, Danza feels good. If you have a bad 2v2, Danza feels really, really bad. So your 2v2, tell me about it. What do you think? Danza Geb versus Sylvanas Scotty.
I think they're going to outclear us.
They're going to outclear, they're going to outfarm, they're going to outfight. So you're playing to just basically just live this 2v2 until the supports rotate. Their gank isn't anything special. Akali isn't really scary until like level 3. Till she can stun and then chase after. So... And then, what are you planning on building?
No, I do Destol Crusher start.
Okay, Destol Crusher. Perfect.
And then normally I get 3 healings and a multi.
Yeah, that's fine. You get a lot of mana sustain from Destol. And I don't think you're really going to be spamming abilities in this laning phase because you're going to kind of just be on the back foot. So the health will be really helpful. Oh, what is this? What is this UI you got going?
Sad played since the beginning.
This is something special. I don't think I've seen something like this.
I used to have a real issue playing with my buddies. I wasn't looking at my map ever. Now I can't not look at it.
Hey, fair enough. Oh, it's Nox. So it's still solo Nox. You start playing back. They're both level 2. You don't want to get your beats forced here. Poke is fine. You just... Geb is inting your laning phase a little bit so far. So don't take unnecessary poke from this, just... Because you see how your Geb's kind of playing so far, he plays a little sporadic and aggressive when he doesn't need to be. You're going to walk up here and auto a little bit. You can get the push here, because they use their abilities on that camp. Just auto, keep walking backwards, make sure you're just in auto range. Don't play melee as much. Kill the dog always. Yep, good. You guys are actually trading decently well into him, even though your Geb is a bit on into mode. Yeah, like I said, just be a little careful of that poke. Double pop pots and you're fine. Just heal up with your Destol. Always fine. And good hold on the beads, too.
Yeah, if anything, I find I don't pop.
Let it go under. So you only have 1 health pot left, so you want to be careful here. Just use your Destol to heal up. You can use your 2. I usually recommend getting your escape as most characters. Keep backing up, keep backing up. I think you have to know your distance a little bit more as an ADC of what range you can play at. I think that's a lot of the strength of ADC is know how far your autos go and let this go under. Don't take the poke.
Oh.
I think you walk to purple here and ward your alpha to see if they come in. But I think you try to just do your purple quick. It looks like they went to theirs. But you always want to get that ward down just in case they come around this wall and then just try to kill you.
I can't believe it didn't take it.
Just walk up to wave and then don't auto it here. You like where it's at on the wave and you don't want it to be pushing to them. So just sit here, stare at the wall or wave, just last hit it. Back up. Back up a little bit. Just be in XP range because your Geb's not here. Perfect. Perfect. Just keep backing up. You don't want to get gone on right now.
Oh, I should have beat that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think so far I've seen your laning phase, you just need to know your auto distance a little bit better. You play a little too far forward sometimes where your autos still hit easily, but you have range of getting gone on by them, if that makes sense. You still have your beats, so you don't have too much to worry about. They're low on mana here, so you can try to get the push, but your Geb is pretty low. You also didn't lose beats. Yeah, just let them push again. So do the same thing where don't push the wave, but be in XP range. You don't know where jungle is right now either, so you can even play back a little bit. Like if there's too strong right here, you just want to be in XP range. Good, perfect. Even though you used your 3, you're keeping your distance. Use your 1, yeah, clear this. You can eat this damage because you'll heal up and up from your death toll. So if she actually backs, walk him and push the wave. Your purple is spawning soon. You want to be able to get the push. Ignore the Nox. Just push this wave and get your farm. Because of how this laning phase has happened, you're a little bit on the back foot. Just do your purple. Your purple. All you want to do is farm as efficiently as possible. That's your job right now when you die early in the laning phase.
Yeah.
Get to that wave. Push the wave. I'd push this wave because you know their purple spawns when your purple's up. And just play back. Just keep getting for your crusher. And then I would probably go throw a ward down right now. Just because you have like decent safety. I'd throw it right. Keep going a little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. And then push this wave and then back for crusher. Actually, you can even look for a solo here because he's so low. You can always use your ult. Nice job. Nice job. Really good play. So you should be good to push this next wave. You have eyes on Nox in mid. You don't know where Kali is. You're good to push. You see Kali. You're good now. I would probably just back to get your crusher right now. You're good to just reset right away. Yep. Get your crusher, get a health pot, and get a ward. 3 out of base. Always use your abilities out of base just because they'll be back up and you get the mana back. And I like seeing you go to these back camps. This is good pathing. I know it's hard to look at the map in 1v1s, so I don't expect people to look at the map during the 1v1s. But as soon as you win that 1v1, instantly look at your map to see where everyone is. If you see 2 people, then that's 2 people you know can't be ganking you. But you know the other ones might be. So now you're actually in a pretty decent spot. Push this next wave, get your purple buff, and then get your ward down. You still have your beads. You got Scotty beads last fight. You're good. You have nothing to really worry about. Her ult is still down. Just don't take too much poke here. Her ult is coming up when yours comes up, so keep that in mind. So get your purple buff. You could look to 1v1 her always, but I'm just going to like prioritize farm as an ADC. That's just the best thing.
Yeah, I really only go for 1v1s if they're like way...
Like how you
they're
entered right
staying
there.
way too long.
Yeah. So you're good to push this wave, and then I want you to get that ward out.
Where do you want it?
I'd probably put it aggressive because you have another aggressive ward. I'd probably put it their side by their alpha. Push this next wave, and then I would back. Just however you want to play this. You can let him push if you want to. You can push first, but... Do keep in mind you did get his beads. So he has no ult now. You can pop your health pot and look for a solo here. Ollie's in mid. You know he has no ult, so it's really up to you how you want to play this. I don't want to make you do anything uncomfortably. So if you want to just push the wave and then back, if you want to look to ult him and solo him, all up to you.
Oh, I missed.
You're good. You're good. You can just take it. You miss your ability. Who cares? Just back up. You get 3 out still. Yep. There is a very little risk to you ulting there, because even if you miss it like you did, you're fine. All right, reset. Get tier 2, Aussie. Get a health pot and a sentry, or I mean a ward again. I'd probably put it right on, I'll try to show you it after. It's hard to just like say where to ward, because there's so many walls on Smite. Put it by the wall. But yeah, push this next wave and then get that ward out. Push one more wave. You have eyes on Nox. If you do take a little bit of Scotty damage, you're fine. Don't play up here. This is yeah. Just back up. Clear the wave. Clear the wave.
Oh.
Oh. There we go. Push the next wave too. Okay. And then I want you to get you a pretty deep board after this next wave. You have eyes on everyone right now, so you can't get ganked. It can really just be Scotty. But her ult is back up. Keep that in mind. Hey, big boy Fred is rather large right now. You see Scotty. Now walk to oracles and ward on the... Actually, clear oracles if these are up. Could be a little safe. Scotty should be coming to your right, so be careful. I'll just ult out. You're always good to just ult out.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you just got to be... As soon as Scotty ults, you have to either 3 or just ult it. Because she's just going to look to ult you off cooldown and then get out. Also, your positioning was just a little bit weird there. You were like...
I should have pulled the oracles more towards my side.
Exactly. Also kept your line of vision towards where the Scotty would have been. And I think she just did your purple. So timer on buffs is 2 minutes. So if she dropped it, say 10:30, it'll be up at 12:30. If she didn't drop it, then you're fine. Actually, you have timer on it too, so you'll even see when it's up. But then you have to keep in mind, they have timer on your purple buff. This Scotty might look to just run at your purple buff and try to get it again. Clear this wave and then ward where you warded last. Oh.
Erling.
Maybe try to 2 him to get him out. Yeah, just 3 away. Kind of a strange play. Just keep walking away. I would probably just put my ward underneath now on your alpha. Let the Nox back. Keep eyes on her. Also, you want to be keeping chat. Yep, check this camp. See if it's up. If it's up, it's free farm. All right, you see Scotty, so you're good to push this wave. And then I would rotate to that because you got your wave cleared. Just see what happens. Not a good fight anymore. That's a 2v1 and one's one of you. You could ult him out if you need to, but he looks fine. I would back for your Aussie now. Actually, I would say stay for this wave. Try to hit level 12 and then back with Aussie and Aegis. So you see your purple buff is also spawning now too. So you want to push this wave and then go to your purple. All right, yeah, get that purple. I think you'll hit 12 off this and then do one more wave and then reset. Just get it and run to your tower. Nice. Go to your T1. You're fine. You see 4 people on your red buff. I think you can rotate to this. Your Erlang is coming to that fight, I think. Nah, this is a 5v1. I would leave. I would tell them to retreat, and then I would just back for your Aussie. Even if you somehow got up to that wave and cleared it, you might have just instantly died. So I don't know what your build is. If you like the Chins build Silver Branch or Wind Demon Silver Branch, you can do either.
It really just depends on what they have.
I'd probably go Wind Demon this game, just because I think and then Aegis. I think I like building crit and ranks just because I think it gives me a better opportunity to carry. And then make sure we're looking at the Scotty's build because he does have now, is it 30% cooldown? Yeah, so he might look to just walk up, ult you, and then try to get inactive and then ult you again. He's actually pretty low and you just backed for a pretty big spike, so this might be something you want to look for. It is a risky play, but when you're down like 7k, it might be just something you have to look for. That's good damage. Oh, you played this literally perfectly. You played that literally perfectly. There was nothing that guy could do. Push the wave out. You have 4 of your allies on left side, and you have no eyes on the enemy, so I would just play safe. I would even back right now. I would just back. There's no farm to get. Your purple's not up. Your ward is dying. You don't have to build health pots anymore because you have lifesteal too, so build that. Get 2 wards. I hate when junglers do this, but sometimes you can't stop them. But like,
this was a very common occurrence there.
yeah. I mean, you get that. You're level probably 13 and 90%, and you're almost same level as this Scotty. So push this wave. I think I'd probably push the next one. Or get a ward down. Get a ward down first. Get a ward down first. Aggressive ward. You have eyes on 2 in middle. Push this next wave. And then go get your camp. I can't think what that thing's called. The camp that drops the mana thing. On the side. No, the mana thing on the side. Do that and then do the one underneath. So you see them fighting at your red buff. I would probably just pick this one up.
Oh.
Just 3 out. You're fine. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think you just want to be a little more, because you don't have ult there. I probably would have just beads and then 3'd out right away. Sorry for making that confusing too. I can't remember what the that mana camp, the thing that drops the plant called.
Well, I just call them Jimmy Camps.
Yeah, Jimmy Camps is fine. Yeah, he should be fine clearing here. I would just head right and get your farm. I'd throw a ward on your purple buff. I would have threw it a little farther just to get the purple timer. I would rotate to this mid fight just to see what happens. You see the Scotty rotating too. This could be a play you look to make because you guys are behind a little bit. You might need to look for not at the Scotty. Look in mid. Keep rotating. Go to your Erlang because if the Scotty's here, you can probably fight her. There she is. You have actives. Aegis always. Kill the dog. Oh, go middle. Just because nobody's gonna be there to collect the farm. So that's farm you can get. Let them push this under. Don't walk up too far. Just stand here. And then clear the wave. And then I would probably just head right again. Try to just get your purple buff. Walk really passively. Yep, through your Phoenix. I wouldn't even go through that because you have no vision right now. So if you can get your purple here, you hit 15. That's good. Throw a ward on your alpha. It might just be on fire or gold.
They're on gold.
Yep. So just keep vision. Keep looking if anybody comes over here. Keep your vision pointed to where they come from. Yep, good. Just go to your back camps. Yeah, go to your back camps. It's very hard to be pushed up and right now. So in this scenario, I'd probably just look to group on your like Tia, your Erlang, just to see if their play can be made. Because you are so far behind, it's good to just try to even make a play happen somewhere. I mean, nobody's clearing this mid wave. This is your wave then. I'd clear the next mid wave too. There's 2 in right. Clear the next mid wave and go to Pyro. Your team got it without you. I'd just back off. Head into the left jungle, bottom left. Yep, right through here. I think I would reset for probably tier 2 Silver Branch just for a little spike. And then head back to your right lane. Every time you back hit a ward, perfect. I think I'd prioritize myself hitting like... I think if you can get Silver Branch, you can maybe win fights. Give him this tower.
Yeah.
Erlang is actually wrapping around, so he might look to... Yeah, you could probably go in here. Just get ready to use your actives. Yep, that's her beads. Go on to the Scotty. Nice. Nice. Back up. Collie's behind you. You see her. Perfect. Head mid. Just go passively into mid. Perfect. You're almost back into the game. You're level 17 now. Who cares about like the circus that's happening on around you? You just want to make sure you're getting your farm. You can maybe go to this Nox, but just remember Collie's in right lane. Actually, that Collie's pretty low. You should be fine to help him. But do be careful. He kills Mulan here. He kills you both. Just keep playing back. Just keep getting your own farm. I would probably back and just go middle. I would tell them to retreat and go middle. Collie just jumped. You can maybe look for her here. That's her ult. Nice. Really good too. Really good too. I still think this is just going to get you back into the game. Push out mid wave and then head right and get your purple buff. Actually, back and head right. Back and head right. Get your Silver Branch first. Oh.
No. Spot
Hey. It happens to the best of us. Don't even worry. Silver Branch. And then I think I'd hold this here and just try to get your Destal on level 20. Just remember, get another ward down. Get a ward down. You don't want to get 1v1 by the Scotty after you just got a massive back into the game. Get your purple buff. And then I think I would just go to do the red buff and then the middle wave. Because all you want to do right now is just hit 20. That is what you want. More than anything. Go to your purple or red buff. He might be pinging somebody here, so...
Oh, I pinged out.
Okay.
I pinged it in case that TMI wanted to come.
Clear this reset, and then build whichever starter you want. I'd probably go Embrace this game. I think Embrace would just feel better, because you want to be unkillable. Yeah. And then get a ward. And then head left. You've got good pen, you've got good damage. Throw a ward buy your speed buff kind of so you can see if anybody's coming. Yep, but don't get locked out. Perfect. I think they're just going to be on fire now.
Yeah.
And you just want to just keep farming. I would cancel that and I would just let them have it. Be careful with your pathing here because they are in this jungle. Hit this middle wave. I would probably go right and get the right wave. There's a world where somebody's over here, but I wouldn't worry about it. I think this wave is pretty important. Actually, back now, back now. They're hard pushing. I mean, you played this game pretty well so far. I think you made a couple misplays, but I think a lot of it has just been on the Clown Fiesta happening around you. So you probably are just going to give up this Phoenix.
Yeah.
But stay semi-close to get some autos onto your T if she needs it.
Oh no. Beach lead.
Yeah, that's all right. I think overall you played pretty well. I think a big thing in your laning phase is just knowing the distance between where your autos can go and where their damage comes from. When you're playing against Kepri, his damage is coming from that, or his kill potential comes from his pluck, which is pretty short, right? 30 units, maybe 35, 40. Gods like Sylve, who have that 70 unit pull, their scariness is a lot farther away. Nox has a really long route. Her scariness comes from a little bit farther away. So I would just know kind of just like your range differential and like what they can put onto you a little bit more. I liked your farming. Your 1v1s are fine. I think you're a little passive on the beadsing and aegising. I think you can use them a little bit more. Your gold earns 13,000. Scotty's at 15,000. She's 9, 4, and 6, so not too surprising. You farmed 2,000 more gold than almost everyone else on your team, so not bad. To be honest, I think you played fine. That's calling just got out of control.